Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, December 19th, 2022. Today I'm going to recap the weekend's NFL Week 15 games and look ahead to tonight's game. We'll go over the weekend's bowl games, look ahead to today's game, college basketball, NBA, NHL, World Cup, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start the NFL. We'll go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to tonight, which should be somewhat interesting. Saturday, Vikings come back from 33-0 down to beat the Colts 39-36 in overtime. Whew. Browns over the Ravens 13-3. Bills over the Dolphins 39-29. Or 32-29 on a game-ending field goal by Tyler Bass. Sunday, Eagles over the Bears 25-20. Saints over the Falcons 21-18. Lions over the Jets 20-17. Steelers over the Panthers 24-16. Jags over the Cowboys 40-34 in overtime. Chiefs over the Texans 30-24 in overtime. Broncos over the Cardinals 24-15. Raiders over the Patriots 30-24. Chargers over the Titans 17-14. Bucks lose at home to the Bengals 34-23. And the Giants defeat the Commanders 20-12. All right, tonight 8:15 on ABC and ESPN, you have the Rams and the Packers. My projection here is the Packers by 10, total 41.5, and it's 739.5. I'm going to lay to 7 with the Packers. I think this is their time to shine. I think the Rams' performance last week was terrible until that comeback, and this is going to be a letdown, so I'm going to lay to 7 with Green Bay. All right, now move on to the college bowl games. Trying to do a quick recap of everything because of time. We'll go over the results and look ahead to today's bowl game. Friday, UAB over Miami of Ohio 24-20 in the Bahamas Bowl. Number 24, Troy over number 25, UTSA 18-12 in the Cure Bowl. Saturday, Louisville over Cincinnati 24-7 in the Fenway Bowl. Number 14, Oregon State over Florida 30-3 in the Las Vegas Bowl. Fresno State over Washington State 29-6 in the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl. Southern Miss over Rice 38-24 in the Lending Tree Bowl. BYU over SMU 24-23 New Mexico Bowl. And Boise State over North Texas 35-32 in the Frisco Bowl. All right, the game today, 2:30 on ESPN, the Myrtle Beach Bowl between Marshall and UConn. For this one, I project Marshall by 6, total 43 and 3/20, and it is 11.5 and 4.5. Give me UConn getting all those points. This is their Super Bowl. They want to play out and play hard for their coach. This is their first bowl game in years, so give me UConn getting the 11.5 against Marshall. All right, now I'll move on to college basketball. We'll go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to tonight's games. I apologize in advance. I do not have projections for lines or totals. So, that's Sunday. So Friday, A&M Corpus Christi over Shriner 104-69. Incarnate Word over Bethune 77-65. Xavier over Georgetown 102-89. Central Connecticut over Manhattan 78-67. Delaware over Princeton 76-69. South Florida over Dartmouth 59-55. Florida Gulf Coast over St. Bonaventure 71-58. Murray State over Austin P 68-60. Youngstown State over Southern 85-81. Tulsa over Mississippi Valley State 66-51. Southern Illinois over Chicago State 63-52. Oral Roberts over Missouri State 80-77. Utah Valley over Antelope Valley 80-54. Stanford over Green Bay 85-40. Marquette over Creighton 69-58. Western Illinois over Eureka College 79-50. Idaho over Northwest Indian 125-51. And Weber State over Cal Poly 74-45. All right, Saturday. Number 8, Kansas over number 14, Indiana 84-62. Number 25, Miami over St. Fran, PA 91-76. Eastern Illinois over IUPUI 70-59. Missouri over UCF 68-66. Rutgers over Wake 81-57. Liberty over Bryant 82-62. Providence over Seton Hall 71-67. Montana over Prairie View 81-76. Number 15, Gonzaga over number 4, Alabama, 100-90. Longwood over the Citadel, 75-70. Northern Iowa over Towson, 83-66. Pitt over North Florida, 82-56. Number 5, Houston over number 2, Virginia, 69-61. Kennesaw State over Georgia College, 79-55. Binghamton over Onota, 86-58. Jacksonville State over Little Rock, 72-62. Arkansas Pine Bluff over Ecclesia, 104-50. Lindenwood over Knox College, 77-42. Ohio over Stetson, 85-66. Eastern Kentucky over Radford, 67-65. Gardner-Webb over NC Central, 72-70. Drexel over Delaware State, 85-52. FA over FIU, 79-53. Wofford over Monterey, 107-65. Mercer beats Morris State, 79-52. Troy beats Southeast Louisiana, 77-71. Louisville beats Florida A&M, 61-55. Tennessee Martin beats Bowling Green, 75-67. Cincinnati beats LaSalle, 78-60. Duquesne over Indiana State, 92-86. Charlotte beats Monmouth, 80-46. Northwestern over DePaul, 83-45. East Carolina beats South Carolina, 64-56. Georgia Tech beats Alabama State, 96-60. St. John's beats Florida State, 93-79. Number 17, Mississippi State over Nicholls, 68-66. North Carolina beats number 23, Ohio State, 89-84 in overtime. Sam Houston over Texas State, 69-62. SC State over Sanford, 62-61. Tennessee State over Bryant, 99-78. Rice State over Northwest Ohio, 111-59. Georgia Southern over Campbell, 54-53. Gilman over Lamar, 83-59. Southern Utah over Northern Arizona, 106-101 in overtime. Rice over Northwestern State, 110-73. North Texas over UMass, 62-44. Oklahoma beats Central Arkansas, 87-66. Syracuse beats Cornell, 78-63. Marshall beats Toledo, 100-85. George Mason beats Tulane, 62-56. Ball State over Illinois State, 83-69. Texas Tech over Jackson State, 102-52. Number 10, Arkansas over Bradley, 76-57. Number 18, Illinois over Alabama A&M, 68-47. Number 24, Virginia Tech over Grambling, 74-48. St. Fern Brooklyn over Hartford, 67-51. Maryland Eastern over Summit, 95-55. Jacksonville over Charleston Southern, 72-63. Western Carolina over Tennessee Tech, 75-65. App State over Regent, 132. Eastern Washington over UC Davis, 79-38. Or 68. VC over Northern Illinois, 90-63. UNC Asheville over East Tennessee State, 74-73. Norfolk State over Hampton, 78-66. Miami of Ohio over Bellarmine, 71-67. Villanova beats St. Joe's, 71-64. Michigan beats Lipscomb, 83-75. Furman over Stephen F. Austin, 72-70. UC San Diego over Occidental, 91-55. San Fran beats UNLV, 75-73. Ole Miss beats Temple, 63-55. Montana State over Northwest Indian, 144-59. Number 16, UCLA over number 13, Kentucky, 63-53. BYU over Utah, 75-66. Number 1, Purdue beats Davidson, 69-61. NCAT beats Texas Southern, 67-66 in overtime. Number 3, UConn over Butler, 68-46. Lehigh beats St. Elizabeth, 94-36. Sac State beats Fresno State, 59-53. Pacific beats San Jose State, 59-58. LT beats Winthrop, 89-81. Kansas State beats Nebraska, 71-56. Memphis beats A&M, 93-79. Clemson beats Richmond, 85-57. Grand Canyon beats Pepperdine, 83-73 in overtime. Oregon beats Portland, 78-56. St. Louis beats Drake, 83-75. Dayton beats Wyoming, 66-49. UTEP beats La Tech, 60-55. Iowa beats Southeast Missouri State, 106-75. Oklahoma State beats Washington State, 59-49. Utah Tech beats Masters, 100-58. App Christian over Bakersfield, 65-59. Washington beats Idaho State, 90-55. UC Santa Barbara over Portland State, 85-73. Number 9, Arizona beats number 6, Tennessee, 75-70. And NC State beats Vandy, 70-66. All right, yesterday's results. Navy over Washington College, 93-54. Howard over Harvard, 66-54. Penn State beats Canisius, 97-67. Number 7, Texas beats Stanford, 72-62. Stony Brook beats Army, 66-59. UMBC beats William & Mary, 78-62. Iowa State beats Western Michigan, 73-57. Northern Kentucky beats Miami Hamilton, 81-41. Fairfield beats Coastal Guard, 86-45. Bucknell beats Merrimack, 61-55. UIC beats Northeastern, 81-73. Valpo beats Alon, 71-66. UNC Wilmington beats High Point, 85-82. NJIT beats Niagara, 62-53. Belmont beats Chattanooga, 83-79 overtime. Robert Morris beats Mount St. Mary, 68-59. Georgia State beats Rhode Island, 75-66. Loyola Chicago beats Albany, 68-56. James Madison beats Long Island, 115-79. St. Peter's beats Quinnipiac, 63-56. Norfolk State beats NCAT, 70-66. Oregon State beats Green Bay, 65-56. Eastern Michigan beats Detroit, 79-77. UNC Greensboro beats Warren Wilson 120 to 48. Southern Miss beats McNeese 86-67. Air Force beats Tarleton 81-67. SIU Edwardsville beats Illinois Tech 93-78. Boise beats Oakland 77-57. UTSA beats Bethune 90-69. UAB over Southern 92-66. Texas Southern over Hampton 82-77. Kent State beats Concord 106-56. William Merriman beats Cleveland State 70-59. Colorado beats Northern Colorado 88-77. Santa Clara beats Cal 71-62. West Virginia beats Buffalo 96-78. USC beats number 19 Auburn 74-71. Georgia beats Notre Dame 77-62. Number 21 TCU beats Miss Valley State 88-43. New Mexico State beats Northern New Mexico 95-53. Missouri State beats Central Michigan 79-58. Seattle beats Alcorn State 72-58. New Mexico beats Iona 82-74. Texas Rio Grande beats Houston Christian 100-90. Arizona State beats San Diego 97-67 or 91-67. Colorado State beats St. Mary 62-60. Number 11 Baylor beats Wazoo 65-59. And Cal Baptist beats Sonoma State 88-67. All right, the games for today, I did not do lines. I apologize. So we're going to look at them anyway. And make picks. So 11 o'clock, Fairmont, Bowling Green, Bob Jones, Gardner Webb. Skip those. 4 o'clock, CSLA, Pepperdine. Southern Indiana and IUPUI. Southern is favored by 17.5. Totals 137.5. Approximate projection would be probably in favor of IUPUI in terms of where the line is. So I'm going to take IUPUI getting all the points. 7 o'clock, Trinity Baptist, Nichols, Davis, Elkins in North Florida, Glenville St. Marshall. We can skip all those. Delaware Rider. Rider's a 1-point favorite. I'll take Delaware getting the point. Allen University Presbyterian. We can skip. Maine and Akron. So approximately like 11-ish would be the line. Somewhere in that range. It's 14.5. I'll take Maine getting all the points. Holy Cross, New Hampshire. New Hampshire's getting 5.5. Approximately, I favor New Hampshire, so I'll lay the points. Hofstra, South Florida. Pick'em is the line, amazingly enough. I'll take Hofstra in the Pick'em. A&M Commerce and Purdue Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne by 9.5. I'll lay it. Crowley's Ridge, Tennessee Martin. We can skip St. Bonaventure, Siena. That's also a pick'em. I'll take Bonaventure in the pick'em. Sacred Heart, St. Joe's. St. Joe's is giving a whopping 9.5. I'll lay it if I don't feel strong about it. Manhattan, Marist. Marist by 4.5. I would take Manhattan getting the 4.5. Grambling, Liberty. I'll lay the points with Liberty. It's 11.5. Anderson, South Carolina, Furman. We can skip North Dakota State and Western Illinois. Western's a 1.5-point favorite. I'll lay it. 7:30 North American, Stephen F. Austin. We can skip. 7:30 Charleston and Coastal Carolina. Charleston's giving 8.5 on the road. Amazingly enough, I'll lay it. Spring Hill, South Alabama, 8 o'clock. We can skip. Chicago State, Illinois State. Illinois State is giving points. 6.5. I'll lay it. Dillard, New Orleans. We can skip. Alabama State, Arkansas State. Arkansas State's giving 11.5. I'll take Alabama State. Stonehill and Bradley. Bradley's giving 15.5. I'll take Stonehill getting the points. Jarvis Christian Rice, we can skip. North Dakota St. Thomas. St. Thomas is giving 7.5. I'll lay it. South Dakota State, Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts is giving 8.5. I'll lay it. South Dakota and Kansas City. Kansas City's giving 1.5. That's a tough one. I'm going to take South Dakota getting the 1.5, and they're minus 104 to win. Denver, Omaha. Denver's giving 2.5. I'll lay it. 9 o'clock, West Mid, Utah Tech. We can skip Weber State and Utah State. Utah State's giving a whopping 16.5. I'll lay it. 10 o'clock, San Diego Christian and Fullerton. We can skip. Texas, Arlington, and San Francisco. San Francisco's giving 14.5. I'll lay it. Idaho and Cal State, Northridge. Northridge is giving 3.5. I'll take Idaho getting the points. And then Life Pacific and Long Beach State, we can skip. All right. Now we'll move on to the NBA. We'll recap the games from yesterday and look ahead to the games tonight. All right, so the weekend, Friday, Hawks over the Hornets, 125-106. Kings over the Pistons, 122-113. Magic over the Celtics, 117-109. Cavs over the Pacers, 118-112. Sixers over the Raptors, 118-106. Nets over the Raptors, 119-116. Knicks over the Bulls, 114-91. Timberwolves over the Thunder, 112-110. Mavs over the Blazers, 130-110. And the Lakers over the Nuggets, 126-108. Saturday, Clippers over the Wizards, 102-93. Heat over the Spurs, 111-101. Cavs over the Mavs, 199 in overtime. Blazers over the Rockets, 107-95. Bucks over the Jazz, 123-97. Thunder over the Grizzlies, 115-109. And the Suns over the Pelicans, 118-114. Sunday, Magic over the Celtics again, 95-92. Knicks over the Pacers, 109-106. Nets over the Pistons, 124-121. Warriors over the Raptors, 126-110. Timberwolves over the Bulls, 150-126. Nuggets over the Hornets, 119-115. And the Lakers over the Wizards, 119-117. All right, tonight, Jazz, Cavs. Cavs are giving 6 totals to 21.5. I'll lay the 6 with Cleveland. Raptors, Philly. Philly's giving 8 totals to 19.5. I'm taking the Raptors getting the points. 7:30 Magic, Hawks. Hawks are giving 7.5 totals to 31.5. I'll lay with the Hawks because I don't think the Magic are going to win 3 in a row. The Magic are just due to lose. 8 o'clock, the Spurs and the Rockets. Rockets 4-point favorites, totals to 27.5. I'll take the over. 8 o'clock, Mavs, T-Wolves. Mavs with 3.5-point road favorite, totals to 28. Give me the T-Wolves getting the 3.5 at home. Bucks, Pels. Bucks giving 1.5, totals to 27.5. I'll lay the points with the Bucks. Blazers, Thunder. Blazers giving 7.5, totals to 28.5. Give me OKC getting the points. 9 o'clock NBA TV, Lakers, Suns. Suns giving 9.5, totals to 30.5. I'm laying it with the Suns, no Davis. That's going to be a blowout. And then the Hornets and the Kings at 10. Kings giving 10, total to 41. I'm taking the under. That's way too high. All right, now we'll move on to the NHL. We'll go over the weekend results and look ahead to the games being played tonight. Friday, Wild over the Blackhawks 4-1, Blues over the Flames 5-2, Coyotes over the Islanders 5-4. Saturday, Bruins over the Blue Jackets 4-2, Sens over the Red Wings 6-3, Ducks over the Oilers 4-3, Canes over the Stars 5-4 in OT on a game winner by Martin Nesas. Lightning over the Canadiens 5-1, Rangers over the Flyers 6-3, Caps over the Leafs 5-2, Panthers over the Devils 4-2, Sabres over the Coyotes 5-2, Avs over the Preds 3-1, Jets over the Canucks 5-1, Isles over the Golden Knights 5-2, and the Kings over the Sharks 3-2 in a shootout. Sunday, Wild over the Sens 4-2. Canes over the Pens 3-2. Rangers over the Blackhawks 7-1. Kraken over the Jets 3-2. And the Flames over the Sharks 5-2. All right. 8 games tonight. 7 o'clock, you have the Panthers and the Bruins from Boston. Bruins minus 192. Panthers plus 158. Over under 6.5. Overs even money. Unders minus 122. Florida plus 1.5 is minus 154. Bruins minus 1.5 is plus 126. I like the over. Stars, Blue Jackets. Stars minus 225. Columbus plus 184. Over under 6. Overs minus 134. Unders plus 108. Stars minus 1.5 is plus 110. Blue Jackets plus 1.5 is minus 134. I'm going to go first period result. Dallas Stars plus 126. Red Wings Capitals. Caps minus 200. Red Wings plus 164. Over under 6. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Red Wings plus 1.5 is minus 160. Caps minus 1.5 is plus 130. I'm going to go with the same pick I just made. First period result. Caps plus 136. 8 o'clock. Oilers Preds. Oilers minus 134, Preds plus 112, over under 6.5. Overs minus 122, unders even money. Oilers minus 1.5 is plus 180, Preds plus 1.5 is minus 225. Tough one. I'm going to go with Edmonton in regulation at plus 122. Isles Avs. Avs minus 162, Isles plus 134, over under 6, overs minus 102, unders minus 122. Isles plus 1.5 is minus 194, Avs minus 1.5 is plus 156. For this one, I'm going to go with the Islanders as a big dog here, plus 134. 10 o'clock, the Canadiens at the Coyotes. Coyotes minus 118, Canadiens minus 102, over under 6.5, overs plus 104, unders minus 128. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 250. Coyotes minus 1.5 is plus 198. I'm going to go with the tie after regulation plus 320. Sabres Golden Knights. Vegas minus 176. Buffalo plus 146. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 104. Buffalo plus 1.5 is minus 164. Vegas minus 1.5 is plus 134. I'm going to go with Vegas in regulation at minus 113. And last but not least, the Blues at the Canucks. Canucks minus 113, Blues minus 106, over under 6.5, overs minus 104, unders minus 118. Blues plus 1.5 is minus 265, Canucks minus 1.5 is plus 210. Canucks need the game, so do the Blues, but I'm taking Vancouver at home at minus 113. All right, the World Cup ended over the weekend. We'll go over the third place game and the final. We'll start with the third place game, which was Saturday. Croatia knocks off Morocco 2-1 to finish in third. Josko Gvardiol scores for Croatia in the 7th minute to make it 1-0. Then Morocco in the 9th minute ties it at 1-1 on a goal by Archaf Dari. And then Croatia takes the 2-1 lead in the 42nd minute on a goal by Mislav Orsic to come in third. And the final, the best game of the World Cup, saved for last. This was 3-3, and Argentina wins 4-2 on penalties, as Argentina wins the 2022 World Cup, as I predicted before the World Cup started. So Argentina jumped out to a 1-0 lead on a goal by Messi. Then Angel Di Maria makes it 2-0 in the 36th minute. Then we have intermission. Then Kylian Mbappe in the 80th minute on a penalty kick gets France on the board. 1 minute later, Mbappe again, 2-2. In the 108th minute, Messi, 108th minute, makes it 3-2 Argentina. Then Mbappe in the 118th minute on a penalty shot ties it 3-3. Then we go to the penalty shootout. Mbappe scores for France to make it 1-0. Messi scores for Argentina to make it 1-1. Kingsley Coleman miss. Paulo Dybala makes for Argentina. France, Aurelien Tchouaméni misses. Then third up for Argentina, Leandro Paredes makes. Then Randall Kolo Muani keeps France alive, makes it 3-2. Then Argentina has to make to win it and not give France another chance, as Gonzalo Montiel scores the kick as Argentina wins the 2022 World Cup. That is just amazing. I'm so happy for Messi. They deserved it. And we all thought they were in trouble after that loss to Mexico earlier in group play. But here they are as champions. And well-deserving too. We're going to start to cover soccer more on the podcast when the other big leagues resume, like La Liga and the EPL and such. So, we'll start following that within the next week or so when they all come back. All right, news and notes for today. I'm going to try to be rapid fire here. It looks like Jonathan Taylor will be out for the season, as no formal determination has been made, but all eyes are expected to be on a healthy 2023. So that's brutal for the Colts. They obviously blew that game to Minnesota over the weekend. So it's for the best that he sits. Kyler Murray's going to be on track for the start of the 2023 season. That's what I expected. Russell Wilson did not play against the Cardinals, as Brett Rypien played. Bears lineman Taven Jenkins was stretched off the field with a neck injury. Ryan Tannehill was carted off with an ankle injury, but he came back in the game. There was a controversial no call on the fourth down for the Commanders, as there was clearly pass interference on, I think it was Darnay Holmes of the Giants that they didn't call it, and would have given Washington another chance, but they didn't call it. Controversial call, but that's not to say that the Commanders deserve to win the game because of that. I thought the Giants deserved the game. The Commanders should have probably won, but that doesn't mean they deserved the win. Those are two completely different things. Oregon quarterback Bo Nix returning to Oregon. He says for 2023, I'm back. So that's great news for them. Oregon gives tight end Cam McCormick a 9th year of eligibility, which is crazy. Max Duggan will declare for the draft after the college football playoff for TCU. That's not surprising. Bryce Young and Will Anderson both plan on playing in the Sugar Bowl. That is good news for Alabama. Deion Sanders had a emotional speech after Jackson State had lost to who'd they lose to in the Celebration Bowl over the weekend? They lost to NC Central in overtime. And in the semifinals, North Dakota State beat Incarnate Word 35-32. And then South Dakota State beat Montana State 39-18. So it's going to be North Dakota State, South Dakota State on January 8th at 2 o'clock on ABC. And I apologize, guys, because I didn't make picks for those games on the podcast the other day. Nebraska interim head coach Mickey Joseph got dismissed after being charged with a felony assault. That's not surprising that they dismissed him. I said that they were going to dismiss him when that report came out. Jerry Jones says that Odell's going to join the team, and they'll sign him soon to play in the playoffs. Tom Brady expected to retire, as NFL insiders believe that he'll walk away when the Bucs season ends. I don't think that he's going to retire. I just think he's going to be leaving the Bucks. Baseball, the Cubs signed Dansby Swanson, 7-year contract, for $177 million, which is wild. The Cubs kind of did need a building block kind of player, so can't fault them for that signing. Twins signed Joey Gallo, 1 year, $11 million. I think that's a bad signing, especially seeing JD Martinez only get 1 year, $10 million. That's a steal. Michael Brantley back to the Astros, 1 year, $12 million. Red Sox signed Justin Turner, 2 years, $22 million. Expected to play at first base and DH. I don't know if I love that signing for them because he's really a third baseman. But that's not a good sign if you're Rafael Devers, although it does look like they're going to potentially extend them. Red Sox DFA Eric Hosmer to make room for Wyatt Mills in the trade with Kansas City for Jacob Wallace. White Sox signed Andrew Benintendi, 5 years, $75 million. I think that's a great signing from a contract standpoint. I think he'll be a good player for them. Athletics signed Trevor May, 1 year, $7 million. Manny Machado may opt out and test the free agent market after 2023. That's crazy. The Dodgers are targeting center fielders in trades. Brian Reynolds, Alec Thomas, Dylan Carlson, and Jared Kelenic. A bunch of teams are interested in Michael Conforto. Mets, Rangers, Astros, Marlins. The Mets are shopping James McCann and Carlos Carrasco. That's not surprising. The Padres denied a rumor about Fernando Tatis, and the Yankees is that they tried to trade for Tatis and are total BS. The Orlando Magic trolled the Celtics as they tweet out a GIF of Rafael Alston slapping Eddie House from the Celtics Magic 09 playoff series. Anthony Davis out for a month with the foot injury. We talked about that earlier. And it was reported that the injury wasn't expected to be severe. Well, it is severe. Joe Ingles hopes to return today against the Pelicans. That would be great news for Milwaukee. Adam Silver says a Mexico team is possible, but no specific timeline for it, but we'll be looking seriously at Mexico City. Brittany Griner posts on Instagram that she intends to play with the Mercury next season, and first public statement since release from Russia. And then the league is considering an 84-game season, extending regular season to create more regional rivalry matchups, which I think is the right move. And then you shorten the preseason because of it. All right, last but not least, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. So I'm going to go to college football and take a bowl game. And it's going to be UConn getting 11.5. UConn's just been a fun story all year. Just want to see them go out and perform. So, give me UConn getting 11.5 against Marshall in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. All right, so that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have projections for you guys tomorrow, so I apologize about that again. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.